Hey Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back. Yes, as you notice, I've already poured the beer out into the glass, and reason being is because I've been having some camera problems as I was preparing this beer review, so apologies for that, although watching me open the bottle may not be necessarily the highlight of the reviews. But anyway, today, getting back on track, I'm going to be reviewing from White Birch Brewing their Route 6 Ale. It's an ESB, an extra special bitter, which I also like to call an English style bitter, mainly because the style originated in the 1800s in England, and it's most commonly made available in pubs and taverns and drinking establishments throughout England. So bitters have a fairly wide-ranging kind of style. They're not really consistent. Well, they're consistent in the sense that they tend to be malty, and with an ABV range upper 4s to upper 5s. They tend to be malty with a good balance of hops as well. But the style is fairly wide-ranging and covers a lot of different scopes. And this, though, has more of an interesting story. First of all, the ABV on this is 5.4%. Now, what makes this particular beer interesting is that this is only bottle number 11 of 44 available bottles of this. So it's going to be really rare and only available at the brewery. Now, the story behind this is that White Birch was contracted by a restaurant in Pennsylvania to brew a house beer for that restaurant, which is located on Route 6 in Pennsylvania. They did 3 different test batches and brought them to the restaurant owners, and they did some tasting and sampling, and they compared them and finally picked the one they really liked. So they entered into contract with White Birch to brew the bitter that they really liked. However, what was White Birch going to do with what was left over from the barrels? They didn't want to throw out barrels of beer. I mean, would you? So what they did was they bottled up what was left of the beers that had been the ones that had been part of the test samples, and they made some beers available to be sold at the brewery itself. So this is not one you're going to find in the stores, but anyway, the color on this is yellow to orange, a light amber color with a fairly decent head. It's been sitting here for a minute, so the head's gone down a bit as I was giving the backstory, and kind of cloudy and hazy and well carbonated. On the nose, getting a good malty character and a bit of sugar sweet, but more a nutty malty character, and a nice balance of mellow hops. Not an overpowering hoppiness, but a mellow hop. And they use noble and American hops in this one, not traditional English style hops, which a lot of brewers use for their ESBs. The body is light to medium. Seems to have a good firm texture, but it's still light to medium, and creamy. And the taste is it's upfront malty, a friendly kind of inviting maltiness with a good moderate bitterness, a moderate to high bitterness lingering on the tail end. So it's definitely a beer that you'll remember the taste because of the lingering sensation of the bitterness that's in there. It seems to really match the ESB style pretty well. I mean, ESBs are pretty typical beer that you can drink when eating a wide variety of foods. It's really really a good beer to wash down just about any type of meat and potato meals that you might be pounding down. Really balances it off really well. Not too powerful, but not too light or too weak. It's kind of right in between. It's and that really describes the ESB style, and that also describes this beer. A good malty, nutty character with a lingering hop bite at the end. So that's it for now. This is White Birch Brewing Route 6 Ale. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.